Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. So today guys, what I want to talk to you about, I want to continue on in our Trap Talk series. I want to discuss jaw height versus jaw spread. And believe me, there's a huge difference there. Especially if you live up like I do up here in the northern part of the country, when you start getting snowpack under that foot and on top of the pan, there's a huge difference between jaw height and jaw spread. So let me kind of get things set up here. Let me get the camera lowered so that you can see just exactly what I'm talking about. And stay with me. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So the first trap I want to discuss, I want to talk about, the first two traps actually, are the Duke number 4 coil spring and the Duke 650 cast jaw coil spring Pro Series. Okay, 6.5 inch jaw spread, both of them. Correct? We all kind of are aware of that. But the difference in the jaw height is what makes and breaks you. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but we're going to do our best. Now you can see up there at the jaw height. All right, you're just almost what, 3.5 from the pan up to the top of the jaws. All right. From the pan on the 650 to the top of the jaws, you're not there. All right, you're just almost right at 3 inches. Actually, just right at it, I guess, just right at a 3 inch mark. All right. So that 1/4 to a 1/2 inch makes a heck of a big difference when you're talking about a snowpack between the paw and the top of the pan. Also, you can see on the 650 how the pan does not go clear to base. That makes a big difference. We talked about that in an earlier video, about the pan going clear to base. If the pan went clear to base, then they would probably be the same height. But since it doesn't, that makes a huge difference. Now we'll look at the Duke number 2 coil spring versus the 550. Okay, again, you can see that you're just under the 3 inch height. All right. And again, same jaw spread all the way around. But here we go again. You can see that pan does not go clear to base. And look at your jaw height, guys. You're way under that 3 inch mark. Way under it. If I was working in the south where we didn't have a lot of snow, that kind of stuff to worry about, then yes, the 550 and the 650 be a fine trap to use. I'm not saying they're not. But also, if you notice something, you can see, try to get it all in the camera here, how the 550 sits wider at the base plate than the number 2 does. Okay? That's where you're losing your jaw height. Okay? Even though they're the same jaw spread, they're not the same jaw height. And when you're talking like I said, with a snowpack, or when you're talking about front foot holding beaver, in like the number 4 versus the 650, holding them by the front foot the way I do and I don't drown them, I've got to get all that reach that I can get. I've got to get as far up on that leg as I can possibly get. Well, those 650, I'm not saying they won't hold a beaver. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, with the difference in the jaw height, as you can see it right there with your own eyes, the difference in the jaw height makes a huge difference. Now, if you're drowning those beaver, then you're going to get along just fine. Yes, with the number 4 versus the 650, you've got to do a little tuning, a little work on it. Jaws need laminated. The pan notch needs filed up, filed off short. I don't like a night latch in them, so to say, but I'd like a short throw. So, I mean, yeah, it's got some work to be done to it. But I will take that jaw height over that jaw spread any day they want to give it to me. All right, guys, I know this was a really short little video. There wasn't a whole lot there to talk about, but I think there was some awesome, excellent information in there for you if you choose to use it. Like I said, if you're working in the South, I don't see any reason why you couldn't get by with the 550 and the 650, other than possibly with the rain and the compaction of the dirt, you might have a little trouble there as far as reaching up and getting a hold. But proper pan tension should take care of that. And it's kind of the same way with a snowpack, only the difference is the snowpack is keeping that paw up, and what it does is it puts that trap down here on their toes instead of up here across the pad where it belongs. So, I mean, those are just some things to consider and think about. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in and watching these videos, and you have no idea how much I mean that. I sincerely do. If you haven't already, if you would please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for me, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that I do put up. Guys, again, I appreciate it. Once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.